Hey, good morning. Chuck here with Apple Drains. Today we are in a town called Apopka, Florida, and we are going to be adding a catch basin to a driveway. You know, sometimes it really is about cost, and we left an estimate to put a channel drain across here, but it's pretty costly. So we're basically going to add a catch basin. We're still using a sump pump to lift it up and discharge, but let's take a look so you can kind of understand what we need to do here. So as you look at this driveway, you can see it really runs downhill bad, and you can already see the stress cracks. This is all water, and you can start see the discoloration as we come over here to the area. Water just stands here, and if you look up on the garage carefully, you can see how high that water rises up, and it of course floods into the garage. They installed a catch basin themselves right here, and it runs back to the back, but of course there's no fall to this, and it doesn't drain nearly fast enough. So the water just stays here. You can see how wet the area is, and it also stays there in the driveway. So what we need to do is of course put in the lift station, and that's the sump pump. So over there where Derek's digging, we're going to set the sump basin. We'll take this catch basin, tie it directly into that, and then we'll run 1.5 inch pipe. That's the discharge. It'll come out. You see we started our trench, and it'll discharge all the way out under the walk and a pop-up there on the other side of the walk. Pretty straightforward. Easy job. Hard part is tree roots. You can see this giant oak right here, and the roots, and of course they have buried paving stones, which we have to pick through to get our pipe through there. But again, you just got to do what you got to do. So we'll get through this and be done. Okay, I've showed this many times, but this is tips for hand digging. You can see the utilities, they're all through here. There's no way you're going to run a trencher down through here. You've got to dig this by hand. So basically, take your shovel and go ahead and cut one side of the sod a few feet, 10 feet. We're going to cut the other side about a shovel wide. Then you step back, pull off about 1 foot of it, use your body weight, lift it up, set it on the side. Continue this process. Push it all the way through, come back, remove your soil. So again, remember, we're right by the utilities, and here is one wire right here. Don't know what this piece of pipe is right here, but as you dig, if you just sink your shovel down deep as you can and kind of wiggle it, you'll feel something there. You don't need to break anything at all. You just take your time, push your shovel down, make sure nothing's there, and pull it right out. So again, pretty simple. Let's come up in here where the main trunk lines of that cable and telephone are, and the same thing. We're just sinking the shovel down and then pry it slowly. If there's something there, you'll find it. It's just that simple. Nothing there. Nothing here. Come up another step. Pretty simple. So I'm pretty much past the main utilities already. Feeling good about digging right here. Just need to tunnel whatever that is. We'll be able to put our pipe right underneath of it. We're coming up and under the walk. And I'm going to show you how to tunnel the walk also. So a lot of times you're going to find a big tree root, and you can use your axe, a mattock, or what I like to do is use a shovel. And you can see this is a fairly good sized root right there. You just take your shovel, make sure you're at the side of the trench, a few hits. Yeah, it's sliding off, but a few hits, you can see I got right through it. Same thing on this side. and that root comes right out. Smaller roots, same way. Good sharp shovel knocks them right out. Then you can come back. Still remember, be careful of irrigation. Sink that shovel down, pry it up, and you'll pull it right out. If there's something down there, you'll find it. But don't just jump on your shovel and pry with all your might. Take your time. You'll come right up out of the ground. Have a nice clean trench. Come back, scrape it out, and you'll be at the right level. Long time ago, there was a company installing right beside us, and their guy came over and said, "Why are you digging by hand?" So I made him a bet, and I said, "I'll bet you I can dig this trench faster than you and cut sod at the same time, put it all back." Of course I won the bet. Pretty amazing. So the tools that you need are a regular shovel and then what we call the sharpshooter shovel. That sharpshooter is 6 inches wide and 16 inches long. It's a steel spade. We start with the big shovel as far as we can, and then we'll use that little shovel to remove the rest. The secret is, if you notice, I've already dug a trench so that we can fit the shovels in so they have room to work. We're going to scrape from the bottom of the sidewalk, not the bottom of the trench, otherwise you have a belly. Let's take a look. Okay, starting with the big shovel. Again, we want to scrape at the bottom of the sidewalk. Then you come back and you pull it out and set the dirt off to the side. There are going to be some tree roots under here. That's what's going to stop this shovel, but should still be able to get through it. We go as far as we can with the big shovel, and then we do the little shovel. We'll do the same thing on the other side. Even if you just get out a little bit of soil, it's okay. Bring it out. You can see I'm about halfway through there already. Okay, now it's time to use the little shovel. Need to be a little closer. Same thing. At the top, what I'm doing is twisting it, letting it drop down, pull the soil out. And I'm almost all the way through. Could go on the other side. Makes it a little easier, but I think I can get through all the way. You can always check your measurement. You can see how, if you see that walk, but it's all the way through there. So, let's take a look. So you can see we got all the way through. Piece of cake. So yeah, you work up a little sweat, but you know, that only took 3 minutes. And I mean, by the time people say use a power washer or pressure washer, use an auger, by the time you set that up, you'll be done. And I've made videos about that before. You know, it takes 20 minutes to set it up, and then you have a big mess from the pressure washer to clean up. This only takes a few minutes. In clay, it might take 5 minutes, but the secret is scrape the top of the sidewalk and then come back and pull out the soil. It's just that simple. Okay, so we're getting ready to backfill. Let's go back over what we've done. Remember that the problem rises in the driveway. You can see it kind of grades down this direction. They didn't really want to do a channel drain. It was pretty expensive. So we've got a catch basin, and it's actually is lower than the low spot in the driveway. Water will come to the basin. Then we've got our 4-inch line that leads over to the sump basin. We've got our M98. I've showed you that many times. I'll try to put a link up there for you to see how you put that pump together. Then the line comes out with 1.5 inches. Remember, now we're under pressure, and we can send this water anywhere we want. So the line comes across, had to go around the driveway, so it makes a 90, and then it runs all the way out to a pop-up, and I'll show you that in just a second. So we're just backfilling. We got that done, got our sod back up there, a little bit of blowing off of the driveway, and this job's complete, looking really good. So you can see that pump's pretty powerful. We're going to put a screw in here. It pops that right off of there, but you can see the water comes right out. So yeah, we put a screw in that grate, and you can see that water bubbles up, comes right out. Perfect. Easily keep up with this driveway. As that water comes down through there, catch basin will collect it, sump pump will remove it. Hey, just a quick note. This is Sunday, Father's Day, so happy Father's Day to everyone, all the fathers out there. And the quick note is that we are extremely busy here in Central Florida, all up and down the I-4 corridor, east and west coast, as well as Charlotte. Charlotte's North Carolina, South Carolina. That's Kevin up there. But we are extremely busy, and I urge you to get on our schedule as soon as possible. It's already rainy season, and hurricane season is just around the corner. So if you'd like us to do some work for you, please use the service sign-up sheet. We'll get you in the schedule. So remember, what we've done here is kind of moved the water from the driveway. That's the best way to describe it, without a channel drain. Installed a catch basin down here at the very, very bottom of the driveway, and everything drains over to it. You can see even the garden hose there, how it runs over, runs right into the basin. Basin goes over to the sump pump. Sump pump lifts it up and sends it all the way out to the street, out there where you see Matt raking the last little bit. Hey, this is Chuck with Apple Drains, reminding you that if you believe you can do something, I guarantee you can do it. Have a great day.